how more confident how much more comfortable have you been in the second half?
Oh man, everyone is here, so I'm really comfortable. Walking around the building and seeing familiar faces is just trying to figure out which door goes where. This place has changed so much since the first time I've been here, but just seeing some of the familiar faces has been really awesome for me, and it's been cool.
With the new rule change, Coach Sweeney's added Lorenzo Ward and John Scott to the staff. Between those two, yourself and Coach Eason, is there a program in the country that offers more experience to players?
I don't think so. I think we got a really good group, and I think one of the things that, and if someone does have it, I think one of the things that separates us is that, how we feel about each other, how we respect each other, and how we have some of the same thoughts and the way we want to teach things. So there's no ego or anything like that. So that's been really cool.
Coach Goodwin was talking about moving Peter Woods to the edge on a case-by-case basis, depending on who y'all are playing next season. Obviously, it's not a new position to him, but how do you think, at this level, how do you think he's taking to rotating inside now?
I think he had we tried in the spring, and he went through playing defense in the spring. I thought he had a really good spring. It was pretty cool. Ask the offensive guys how he was trying to run the ball his way, but he's been really good, and we was trying to put him in a position where he could be successful and help the defense.
I guess it's Peter's elite skill in his run defense. I mean, I feel like he's really good at setting the edge, or what does he kind of bring on that edge?
Yeah, when you get a guy, as big as he is and as strong as he is, and a lot of times he's going to be matched up versus tight ends that's 250, 260 pounds, and here he is 315, 320, and you're trying to block that guy consistently. I think eventually that guy may go back to the sideline and say, "Coach, don't call that play again." So that's our objective.
What are a few things that when you got here in December that you wanted to address between then and now, and how do you feel like you address them?
Just an attitude. Just play with some toughness. The mindset, and not saying that they didn't play with some toughness before, but just making sure that when we get to where we're going, that we get there with some bad intentions, and we really want to put our hands on somebody and make them feel us. So that's the whole objective of the spring, just bringing that attitude and that, what I'm saying.
You feel like you've seen that?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. We got some work to do, but it's gonna get there.
What are some tactics or drills or ways you try to instill that into a team to raise that intensity and physicality?
Just the intensity, drills are drills. You go to Georgia, you can go anywhere, and same drills we're doing is just, what's your intent? What's your intention to details? What are you trying to accomplish? Sometimes guys just do drills just to do drills, but we want to do drills that's meaningful. And then when we do it, we want to do it with an edge about us that we got a saying, when in doubt, choke a joker out. So that's what we're trying to do every play is choke a joker out.
Chris, I think this is the first time Dabo tried to recruit you. Can you maybe go back and share some of the previous instances?
It happened before, and it was really interesting. I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but it was really interesting, and it wasn't the right time at that moment, but this was the right opportunity, the right moment in my career and where I was. It was just perfect this time around.
Coach Lawson seems to have come a long way since he first set foot on campus. That interception he made in the spring game, he looked like a DB. How impressed are you with his athleticism and ball skills for a defensive end?
I just pulled out one of my old tricks. I'm happy for that kid, man. He's a guy, he has a lot of energy, man. He wants to please coach, and, man, he worked hard. And just to see him make that play was really, it blessed me. I probably was more excited than he was about the play, and sky's the limit for him, and I'm excited for where he is, where he's going. So it's going to be a really good ride with him.
So from a development standpoint that you were able to see in the league, what do you feel like you're able to bring from there back to the college game now? Just as a time in the pro to help those guys get the next level?
I think sometimes, just the attention to details, just being on top of things, having an eye on what to look for, maybe, the foot pointed this way, the hands this way, the eyes this way, just trying to really break it down and just, get those guys and because in the pros you're dealing with the best of the best, and so you see how those guys work, and you listen to them, you collaborate with them, and just trying to bring some of that knowledge from what I've learned from some of the great guys that I coach and implemented here at Clemson with my guys.
What's your assessment of Hoffler after the spring? How much did he progress, and what do you see sort of?
Man, he really progressed really well. It was a shame that he got hurt during the bowl practice. I wanted to see him play, but man, if you've seen him, he's put on about 10 or 15 pounds. He's starting to understand the game. He's one of those guys. He's really smart, and I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but when you're as smart as he is, sometimes you can become a robot. So you say, hey, I want you in the B gap. He's going to be in the B gap, but if the ball runs in the A gap, he won't rip off and make the play in the A gap. It's a coach who told me to be in the B gap. So trying to get that robotic out of him to where he's just a player and just out there doing his job, but also, making a play when it happens.
Chris, you hear so much the last couple of years about the challenges of college football coaching these days with NIL and the portal and all this stuff, and guys maybe wanting out to go to the pros. You can go in the other direction. Do you find that some of the maybe narrative about what the job is now is overblown, or what sort of drew you back into this?
Oh no, it's not overblown. I got some buddies that coach some other places. They're miserable. I mean, they're miserable, making a whole lot of money, but they're a whole lot of miserable. I think the way that Coach Sweeney does it is I don't think it's I've got a lot of friends around, and there's not a lot of people that are doing it the way that Coach Sweeney's doing it, with the NIL, with the transfer portal, and the way that the schedule is, things that he expects out of us, and the things that he doesn't want us doing is just unbelievable. I talk to my friends and I'm telling them our schedule and how we're doing things, and they're like blown away, like, man, if anybody ever leaves, I'm like, hey, I want to be there. And then you look at the staff and the people that's around, they've been here forever, and where is it? Nick gets calls every week for jobs, NFL jobs, and jobs, other colleges, and he just turns them down. He doesn't even pay any attention to it.
With Woods, going back and forth, I guess, is there an optimum weight, sort of for him to achieve do that, to be that versatile?
You want to give him a number, but you don't really want to cheat him. You don't want him to get light for the defensive end. Then all of a sudden he goes into inside, and now he's not feeling as strong and as powerful. So you sort of playing with that number. So if he's around that 305, 310, 315, and I think that'll be really healthy for him, and I think he'll feel secure and being strong, not strong and quick on the edge, but also powerful in the inside when he goes in there. So just sort of playing with those numbers where he's sort of comfortable. Great question.
Sounds like not an easy balance, I guess.
It's not.
The last guy that did that here was